got a call that chipped off my video as always, y'all. Anyway, so what I was saying is that let's say he was supposed to leave at 10. I finished my exam and it was like about maybe, let's say 9:30, 9:15. And I was grabbing my keys to go to my car to drive to where he was at. And so he called me and said, where are you at? So I was like, I'm leaving the school now. And he was like, don't bother, because you're not going to make it. We're already on the bus about to leave. And I was like, what? Why did they say 10 o'clock? And he was like, nope, we're leaving right now. So when I got back to the school, my friend or my classmate was like, oh, Charlene, you got to learn that with the military. Whenever they say a time, they always move earlier, way earlier, to throw, I don't know if it's to throw people off or I don't know. But you know how they say if you're on time, you're late. In order to be on time, you're supposed to be early, I guess, or something like that. There's a phrase, but I don't know it. But basically, the long story short is they always leave early. So keep that in mind, right? Because that's going to come back around again in the story. So he left. When he reached, he got there. He went to Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri. So because I was there wondering, when am I going to hear from him, like to know he reached or whatever. So around 10 o'clock at night, I got a call from, I think it was a block number. So he called and all he could say was, I reached safely, bye, love you. That's it. Like there was no extra talking, no whatever. So they allowed them one phone call to let one person know. They could call one person. So look, you know, I know some people have the challenge of if they're going to call their mom, if they're going to call their wife, if they're going to call their girlfriend or their mom. One person's going to get a call. So y'all got to beef that out. In any case, in my situation, it was me that got the call saying that he reached safely. After that, I didn't hear from him, right? But what helped was that I was looking at YouTube videos for what to expect. And a lot of YouTube videos were saying if you know where he's gonna go, you can go on Facebook, like Facebook groups for that particular base, and it'll be helpful, right? Because then you can get the address for where to write them. You can also see pictures of them throughout their training, their basic training. So I ended up joining basically all the groups that I found for Fort Leonard Wood. And I found the address, so I started writing him. And I feel like it was about maybe like 3 weeks that I didn't get a call, or I didn't get a message, or maybe 2. I didn't get any call, I didn't get any letters, nothing. Then finally, I got a letter from him, and he was saying, I guess like they blocked them they didn't give them letters for the first portion of the training, because they had to earn, I guess, getting mail. So he ended up getting like 4 letters of mine at once. And he went, he said, oh, I almost said my name, y'all. So he said, like, babe, you know, you gotta take it easy with the letters, because I gotta do 10 push-ups for each letter that I get. And I guess his lazy behind didn't want to do all them push-ups. It was so funny. And then later on, one time I wrote him saying, oh, you know, I'm trying to take it easy and not write too much so you don't got to do too much push-ups. And he was like, nah, I'm just playing with you. You know, you're getting the push-ups. I'm like, yeah, okay. But in any case, I was able to start writing him before waiting for him to write me, because I joined them Facebook groups. So I would advise, if once you know where your person is being stationed, join them groups, because somebody will post the address there. And like I said, you can also see the pictures of how they're doing. There's another website too that's like basic training something. I can't remember what it is, Fort Leonard Wood something, or maybe whatever base is associated with where they're at, that you're able to go up there to see the pictures for them while they're training or whatever. They're like, if you pay, you could see a better quality of the picture. But if not, you can see them for free. I was able to see him for free, so I was like, I'm not paying for clear pictures, no. And it wasn't a lot, but I was like, I could see him, so I'm good. So in any case, you know, then after with time, then he could get a call. Like, I think it was like a 5-minute call just to say real quick how he was doing and stuff like that. Towards the end, they have to pass you know, their physical exam, and they have to run a certain amount of miles in a certain amount of time and do a certain amount of push-ups, do this, do that, do this, do that, and have to do it all in a certain amount of time. So throughout that time, that's when I really was trying to just write things that were encouraging. You know, one time I wrote something that said, the hotter the battle, the sweeter the victory. That's literally all I wrote, and I sent it to him, and he was saying how he received that letter, you know, at a time when he needed it most. You know, the sad part is, and he used to tell me that other people didn't have any family that wrote them. Like he was saying that his battle buddy never got any letters. And so when he told me that, I wrote him. Hey, I wrote him, and he said his battle buddy like cried. So yeah, you know, there's some people that don't have family, some people don't have people that are as supportive. So if you can, again, I know it's not easy when you're busy, you got things to do, to go buy stamps and stuff, but if you can write your person when they go, it's really good, because it's kind of like they're in prison, right? Where they're not on social media, they can't use their phone, they can't watch TV like that. Maybe you get to watch movies, I don't know, but you don't really get to watch TV. So you're lost, you're disconnected from the world. So I would write him and tell him what's going on in the world and things like that, just to keep him connected. Even though he'll be getting the letter late, at least it'll be interesting, or I'll be telling him some funny stories about stuff going on, and, you know, just make him laugh, things that we used to laugh about. So try to find a time to do that is really important, because, you know, it keeps them going. In any case, he ended up passing his thing. And again, I was able to start planning my trip for graduation. Like, he ran the exam twice. They get 3 tries to pass the physical, and he kept missing the running by a couple of seconds, right? And so he had one last chance, and I was like, listen, I know you're gonna make it, so I'm gonna book my ticket. And he was like, oh, I don't want you to book your ticket and then I'm not graduating. I'm like, sir, I'm booking my ticket because you are gonna graduate. So I was able to know that the information for graduation, again, through the Facebook group. The Facebook group is your friend. So when you go into those groups, I might have to pause again, y'all, because I need my GPS for where I'm going. Yeah, I'll come back.